Are you planning a fundraiser and thinking about selling food? Awesome! Then this video is for you. In this video, I'll be describing the Smart Snack regulations for fundraisers and selling food and beverages to students in schools. My name is Melissa Manning. I'm a registered dietitian nutritionist, and I've worked with schools for over 25 years, helping them create scratch recipes and healthier lunch menus. In this video, we're going to walk through an action plan to make sure your sale is a huge success and keep your fundraiser aligned with your district's mission and wellness policy while supporting student health and learning. It will also ensure your sale is compliant with the regulations and out of the spotlight when an audit comes. So let's dive in and get this done right without any headaches. You know how it goes. Your student club or PTA needs to raise some money, and the first idea that always pops up is selling snacks and drinks, right? It's a classic for a reason. But hold on, if you're in California, there is a big first step that you really can't skip. So before you start looking up bulk prices on chips or ordering cases of juice, pause for a second, because what you do next can make or break your entire fundraiser. And here's why. Selling food to students during school hours isn't a free-for-all. It's regulated by both federal and state rules. Getting it wrong can mean wasting time and money. The fundraiser could be shut down or create audit issues for your district. Yes, the California Department of Education audits schools for compliance on what you sell. But don't worry, we're going to make sure that does not happen to you. First, we've got to do a little prep work. Getting these next few things right from the very beginning will save a lot of trouble later. Here are 3 simple yet absolutely non-negotiable first steps. Number 1, write down the basic details of your sale. The what, the where, and when the fundraiser is going to happen. Number 2, play product photographer. I'll show you exactly what photos you'll need on the next slide. And number 3, check your local school district's wellness policy. Why? Because your school district might have even stricter rules than the state. What are the photos and the product documentation about? For each item you sell, the district must have the product name and package size, the nutrition facts, and the ingredients list. This documentation must be kept on file by the district for the next scheduled California Department of Education administrative review audit. All right, with all your prep work organized, let's dive into Section 2, Understanding the Smart Snack Standards. Think of these rules as the nutritional gatekeepers for everything that you might want to sell in your fundraiser. So what exactly are Smart Snack Standards? Well, put simply, they're the California regulations that apply to any food or drinks sold to students on campus, like during a fundraiser during the school day. And school day has a specific definition here. It's from midnight before school starts all the way until 30 minutes after the final bell. These rules apply to everyone, the PTA, the ASB, student clubs, everybody. When you look at a product, start with the basics. Is it built around real food like a whole grain, fruit, vegetable, protein food, or milk? Smart Snack Standards are designed to encourage those types of foods. Beyond that, every item sold has to meet overall nutrition limits, including calories, fat, sodium, and sugar. And remember, food marketing can make products sound healthy when they actually are not, so always double check. Even things like granola bars or baked chips can fall outside the standards. Another thing to know is that the rules aren't exactly the same across all grade levels. Elementary has the strictest limits. Once you get to middle and high school, the rules open up a bit. You can also sell entrees, like a small sandwich or a burrito. These have slightly higher limits, but they are all still very strictly regulated. Okay, we've tackled the food. Now let's talk about what drinks can be sold, because you guessed it, the rules for beverages are just as specific, and they also change depending on what grade level you're talking about. Water, milk, and certain juices are generally fine for all grades. Beverage portion sizes get bigger for high schoolers, who can also sell sports drinks and flavored waters. And for all grades, gotta watch that added sugar in chocolate milk. We still want to make sure that the beneficial nutrients in milk outweigh negatives like sugar. Okay, you've done your research. You've picked your items. You've gathered your product documentation and your beautiful, clear photos, and they meet the regulations. Now it's time for the final and most crucial step, getting that official green light from your district. The process itself is pretty simple. You just package everything up, details about your fundraiser and product documentation, and send it all in one email to your school district's nutrition services department. Ask for confirmation that your items are good to go, and then wait. Do not move forward until you get a reply. The next part is important. Do not purchase any products until you have an approval in writing. An email is perfect. This one step protects your club, your PTA, and your own wallet from getting stuck with a bunch of snacks that you're not allowed to sell. Got your approval email? Yes, that's fantastic. Okay, let's wrap this up with the final checklist. On the day of your fundraiser, just keep it simple. Only sell the items that were on your approved list. No last-minute additions. It's also a great idea to have those label photos saved in a folder on your phone and the approval, just in case a principal, district staff, or even a state auditor has a question. And there you have it, a clear, step-by-step plan for running a compliant and successful school food fundraiser. Following these steps means you're aligned with the district's mission and its wellness policy. Smart Snack regulations were developed to help us choose items that support health and learning, funding programs in a way that fuels students' education. And by following the regulations, this avoids being in the spotlight during an audit. You're setting your group up for a great fundraising experience. The only question left is, now that you have a plan, what awesome fundraiser are you going to do next? This video was brought to you by My School RD. If you like it, then please give us a like and we'll make more. Bye!